Okay, so today's mastermind is pretty much the biggest opportunity that I'm seeing to generate more streams and more fans from the content that we're creating with the artists that we work with. And pretty much the way we're gonna do that is build a unique artist universe. At this point, going viral is the freaking easy part. We launched the race last month, right? And Nana alone generated something stupid like 20 million views for all of her clients. Unbelievable. And I don't think any other agency in the world, and especially in the music industry, can claim 200,000 views average per video. No other agency in the world can claim that. But the thing is, we don't just want views, we want to change careers. Just like we did for Adri. When he joined, right, Junior, he was on 2,000 monthly listeners. Now he gets 100,000 streams on every song he creates. Or RB, he joined maybe 2 months ago and he's grown 20,000 followers. And the song, 300,000 streams, that's his best performing song. Or Davide, he's an 18-year-old Italian artist who lives in a tiny town. He was a cover artist. He couldn't promote his own original music. With our help, he's got to 1 million monthly listeners. That's right. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys. World building is the hardest problem to crack in all of content. But once you do, streaming and conversion and fans becomes the natural outcome of the videos that you create with your artists. So I'm gonna split this into 2 parts. The first part is the problem, copying trends. So that's gonna be stop copying trends. And then the fix is to build worlds. As I said, the biggest mistake that we're making across all of our artists is blatantly copying trends. With Gary Gray, the first video that we did with him was pretty much identical to the Citizen TV transition. And you can see it only got 5,000 views. Okay, so this is Gary's video.
Girl, you're so lonely now. Got things to figure out. You want a type of guy.
And if you've seen that Citizen video, you know that that's pretty much a blatant copy of the Train video, right? But then when we take our own initiative and create a strategy that actually matches the song, if you know Gary Gray, this song is called Ocean. It gets 15 million views instead of 5,000 views. And that was only the 6th video we did with Gary. It matches the lyrics perfectly. And that's why he was able to get 50 million views, not because we're copying the TV transition, because it matched his music.
So it's about lyrical congruency?
Absolutely, and that's pretty much, we'll get on to the world building in a second, but that's pretty much the point of this. All with Eric Bellinger. Now, Nana and Junior, you worked on this campaign, but I did notice that this Citizen video where he catches the girl in the car, be on screen now, we pretty much copied that frame for frame. I'm gonna play it. And although it's executed pretty much perfectly, it was one of the lowest performing videos from the shoot that we did with Eric Bellinger, right? Only 84,000 views.
Well, we thought it would work, you know? Because like, it seems to make sense a little bit, or at least like, it's a love song. So we tried to take that from the Citizen video. No, is that not?
Well, the way I'm seeing it as well, and I was gonna say this in the next slide, but the way I'm seeing it is the moment I knew saving your girl from death it can be a moment you know, but it isn't exactly perfect the moment you know. Do you know what I mean?
It's like, you know, when your partner is gonna almost die, and you kind of have like flashbacks of if you lost this person, how much that person really means to you. You think of all that.
But when we did innovate on the strategy, and yes, we kept the format, the Snapchat method, transition, when we did innovate and came up with our own ideas, 600,000 views, and this one is insanely creative.
Hey. Bruh. Hey, you gonna have to. You gotta go talk to. Go for it, bro. Just go. You have to go for it. Just go. Boy, you about to do what you do. Yeah, right? No me.
The little rehook, the payoff. Beautiful, guys, unbelievable.
So are you saying as well, like kind of an element of uniqueness based on the song and not just copying?
Novelty, because the people who are going to stay and watch this kind of transition, they're the ones who've all seen Citizen's content. So innovating with the strategy.
You said something the other day, like carrying on something in that DSLR shot as well, like there where she just tapped in whatever, like
gives a further reason to keep watching.
Yeah, the story.
Continues the storyline, the rehook.
Freaking foot. Look at the foot in the bottom left corner. People commenting about that.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
saw one comment with like 300 likes about that.
Isabella. Obviously, we already mentioned the TV transition format, right? Citizen and Scott, they kind of invented that. The way to go viral with it now isn't by copying it, it's by innovating. I'm going to show Isabella's video here.
Ooh, baby, say something. Sat here wishing you walking. Ooh, baby, we're not talking. I just wanna see you again.
Fire. Isabella, talk us through it.
I guess my thought behind this was obviously the TV transition is kind of like a hack, isn't it? We see it and, you know, people do go really viral. But I wanted it to fit into my world a bit more than just being on a metro. So the world that I've built with this new single is like very pink. I'm wearing the pink wig. So I thought, okay, how can the background tie into that? It's very Y2K. So yeah, I found a backdrop that felt like suited the aesthetic, suited the vibe. But then also in the edit itself, you know, adding the slow-mo, adding the text that is the Y2K text, it becomes not just me in front of the TV with a cool thing behind, but it
A music video.
Yeah, it looked like a mini music video.
Yeah.
I think also the reason this worked was that beginning clip was super chaotic. Like it got that girly Y2K vibe. My friend with the hairdryer, I fell over as I ran, we're both giggling. But I actually did another one yesterday that was similar to this, but didn't perform as well because I was already sat in the frame. So I think having that initial movement at the beginning
Makes it seem realistic, right?
Yeah.
Makes it seem like in the
and
moment.
it's fun. It's like, oh, no, this. So yeah, that was the thought behind it.
Another thing on that is like a lot of these TV transitions are actually done in the backdrop, and this one is not, and it's
Yeah.
it gets the people questioning like, is she actually on the location or
Yeah.
not? Like this is an extra point because now people are used to TV transitions and they're used to
They know what's
them being
coming.
filmed
Yeah.
in the location.
And
Yeah.
being fooled.
So-
But I feel like this will build a better connection because that's not the thing driving comments, it's just the creativity and the overall inspiration of it.
So the people are watching the video because they want to actually be in this world, not because they just want to see this gimmicky TV show.
Yeah, not because they're like, what the flip is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. One more thing about this video though is like, I think the way we like to describe it is you strip a video back to its bare bones and then you rebuild it. The things that I'm seeing that are different, the Snapchat text straight away with 0 budget, 100% creativity. And also when it does switch to the shot, like that camera is almost like an old camera. What camera is
It was
it?
a VHS.
VHS camera.
Handycam.
As well, rather than a cinematic camera, and I think that makes all the difference. So you can see the clear theme. When we copy, it flops, but when we innovate, and as Junior said, when we're novel with our ideas, it goes viral. The overall conclusion is that we don't want our artists to look like everyone else. We want to build a one-of-one brand that nobody else can copy. How do you build a one-of-one brand, you ask? You build worlds, and that's what we're going to move on to now. But the artists that join us, they know that the music alone, that won't make them stand out in this new age of marketing that we're in. So our job to fix that is to extend the song through the visuals, and that's pretty much what world building is. But every other guru in the music industry is talking about Post Malone and Bad Bunny and Lady Gaga and Central C. But those artists are way too famous. They've got so much algorithm leverage. Why would we study them? We need to study the people who are going from 0 to viral on social media. And that's the artists we work with, but it's also the artists we study on our page. This is the blueprint for creating a world. First, you want to decide the emotional anchor. And this is pretty much all to do with the song that you're working on. It's the feeling of the song. And then you want to have a persona and characters that live in this world. And then you want visual identity, how it looks. That's the location, that's the clothes, yes, that's the props, that's the signature objects. And you want to keep all of these consistent throughout all the videos. Let's go for a deep dive on the emotional anchor. The reason why your content doesn't go viral is because it has no emotion to it. It doesn't make the viewer feel anything. So let's listen to Eric Bellinger's song.
The moment I knew.
The moment I knew was when I cried in front of you. The anchor is so easy to come up with when you listen to these lyrics. It's simply moments where you fall in love with your girlfriend, with your wife, whoever it is.
And that's how we got like how many millions of views?
1.6 million views from
across,
6
3
videos.
It was crazy. The thing was, he had 1 million followers when we came in, but his views were like 5,000. We were thinking they were bots, but obviously we checked it out. Everything checked out. It just meant his content wasn't that good.
Yeah.
So we had to think about how do we activate and remind his followers of his content again, like of his presence, basically like re-relevant him again.
Exactly.
And through
So
his content, it's more up to date. It's not like showing random screenshots of song out now. It's actually emotional It's lyrically congruent. It makes sense why we do these videos.
Relatable too.
So if you're showing Song Out Now cover art thumbnails, you're cooked. You need emotional content. And now, this is an artist called AJ. Have we all seen him? Yeah? Now let's listen to the music.
Today ain't go by good, but I can't be that mad. The other day I ran through a dove, so like.
Okay, the lyrics that stand out to me is, today ain't go by good, but life can't be that bad. So the anchor again, it's easy. It's the worst case scenario moments.
Mind if I test your chain real quick for my video?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Appreciate it. Whoa. That bit ain't beeping, fam.
Today ain't go by good, but I can't be that mad. The other day I ran through a dove, so like can't be that bad. Then look how time fly for like yesterday.
So yes, obviously you can see the emotional anchor. But another thing that we need to take note of is the fact that he's still in the frame, still trying to test the chain.
It's not a performance video. We're in his world.
Yeah. So there's only so much rehooking you can do in the edits, as Angel will know. It happens in the strategy.
The song is also making you stay. It has a classic sample.
Yes, it has a classic sample and that makes the hook way better. You can hear that.
You hear Ice Cube's original.
Yeah.
Or, for example, getting caught cheating is a worst case scenario moment.
Yo, y'all trust each other? Yeah. All right, but we're gonna put that to the test. Y'all swap phones right quick.
You go first.
What recently deleted too?
Who's Jessica?
Today ain't go by good, but I can't be that mad. The other day I ran through a dove, so like can't be that bad. Then look how time fly for like yesterday when I fought in class. If a nigga hit me and I ain't hit back, my pops would've beat my ass. My first time running them cracks, I damn near kissed the curb when I almost crashed. I had to slow down, it's a Sequoia truck, I ain't know it can go that fast. He ain't make it inside that room and he already snitch, I ain't know niggas.
You can't do all the hard work in the hook and then let the viewer scroll once you show your actual music, which is the point of what we're doing. The reason that your content looks cringe and gimmicky is because your hook has nothing to do with the lyrics of the song. Okay, let's move on to persona and characters. This is who lives in the world. Now, we've all seen these Mike Manos videos.
I'm looking for my luggage, but that shit fell off the plane. There's something in my stomach, but it's crawling to my brain. Don't be out in public, cause that shit drive me insane.
What I'm seeing is him breaking props in the videos and running around like a madman. That gives him the persona of being a rebel and an outlaw. Do you see what I'm saying there? And the characters, they're all clones, mind you. He doesn't actually have any girlfriend or anything like that, but it's the masked running man. You don't need people, you don't need resources, you need to be resourceful.
They can just be on a tripod, so it's a one-man army. He could have shot all of these himself, actually.
Exactly. If you haven't seen this brand archetype wheel and you're creating content as an artist, what are you doing with your life? Mike Manos strikes me as the outlaw. Eric Bellinger would be the lover, or maybe even the sage because he's got so much wisdom in the game. And AJ strikes me as the jester, the kid who can't catch a break. Next we have an artist we've all seen, Kim. So Kim, his brand is different from all the other artists we went through. His persona is mysterious, but it's also luxury in the clothes that he wears, in the setups that he has, the supercars that he puts himself in front of. And when you mix that with sexy girls in the videos, that's how you appeal to the masses, because everyone wants that, right? It's very distinct, very clear, and he's consistent with it. Let's watch one of his videos.
Listen. Chanelly.
Chanelly. She got me more shit, she leaving Chanelly. Ladies doing choreos, dancing the skelly. They saying I'm going too dumb with the money. Chanelly.
Lyrical congruency.
All of these models and models in my celly.
I think you missed a point there with Kim because his music is also congruent with that. His song is literally Chanelly, a brand, and Too Dumb with the Money he's singing about. So clearly the whole looks is built into his music from the core. This isn't just a brand, this is his whole being.
Yeah.
And he's also talking about females. So it makes sense why they're in his videos.
The girls want Chanelly.
Exactly.
And also subliminally, like if he has hot, fashionable girls in his videos, this is like the audience he's attracting.
Yeah.
The masses, as you said, male masses.
No, even the female.
Yeah, he
the
wants
female
those girls,
masses.
so he's gonna put them in his videos.
Okay.
The females want attention.
Yeah, they want to be one of those girls.
Yeah.
Because the hot girls is like he's putting out there to the world, like the hot girls listen to this music.
It's like when a perfume brand gets girls in the advert, then everyone's singing, oh, when I get this perfume, I'm gonna get all the girls.
Exactly.
Yeah, I cook.
The final pillar for world building is visual identity. I think this might be the most important. Let's look. For clothing, the artist we need to study is Larsa. Look at the red, the blue, the green, and black and white. Even though they're completely different colors and completely different styles, you can tell that's the same artist. artist, can't you? When the artist looks expensive, clean and consistent across every video on their page, you can't help but return. It's got that return value, and I'll explain in a minute that touch points is very important for conversion, when you can return to someone's page to watch their content. And I think a special mention for visual identity would be Isabella. The pink aesthetic, it does make you memorable, it does make you recognizable on the page. The next thing is signature objects. I think Citizen was insane with the car for the time rollout. Junior, you were in Miami with them, tell us about it.
It was actually incredible. Obviously everyone's already seen the interview, but we flew them into Miami with RAPVILLE, and we shot all these videos with the car, and it was just insane. Some of the shots we were able to get. Like we had this train track, there was a real train, but the car was the consistent element in all the videos for this song. And he's never really done this with a car before.
Yeah.
Usually his consistent signature thread was his girlfriend.
Yeah.
But now he has his girlfriend plus the car, and the car was the memorable thing with this release. Yeah. That's what everyone remembers. And the effect, we can't forget how important that effect and the boomerang effect was. That was the signature piece. You know why? Because that activated UGC. If you go to the sound, there's 15,000 reels made with that effect. That cannot be missed.
Exactly, that's very true. I think that the slow-mo frozen in time effect would actually be Citizen's emotional anchor.
And he literally, look at his Spotify streams. He went from 400,000 monthly before the video's released to 800,000 monthly after the video's released. That's because these UGC reels, the memorability, all of it just came together to get some of the most viral videos he's got in a while.
So for everyone saying that Citizen streaming is terrible, let's take a look at his numbers. Okay, let's move on to the location. And this one's really important to complement the character that we mentioned previously in the videos. You can't go viral by filming in your back garden or the local park.
Oh!
You need a location with depth and character that also complements your persona in this world that you're building.
100%. Yeah.
Mike Manos had the archway location in all of his videos, and it allowed the clone effect to be really cool as he comes into the frame from different angles, and it's just an absolute chef's kiss from me. Another example of the location is Citizen in Miami. His whole rollout was about being cool, right? So being in a city that represents the pinnacle of luxury and wealth, it's congruent with the brand and the world, right?
Sure, and also when we flew them into Miami, the main decision was we're trying to leverage the trend, which is currently GTA 6 coming out, and all of those were shot in, like the idea is that it's shot in Miami aesthetic, with this blue Mustang as well. Yeah. So we leveraged that coolness tied to this game and just copied it for ourselves. And that's why this right here, this is all like the colors, everything, the cinematography is just beautiful. It's aesthetically pleasing.
Your streams are less than your followers because you have no visual consistency. And that's exactly why building a world converts to streams, because it's familiar. It has return value, which means people come back to watch for more, and when they see it on their feed, they're more likely to watch. And touch points equals conversion, because you can't just go viral once and expect everyone to go and stream the song. They need to see it multiple times. And this is actually a rule by Google. They need to consume 7 hours of an artist's content. They need to have 11 interactions with the brand, comments, likes, saves, across 4 different touchpoint platforms: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, music videos, short form.
We have to do better with our artists. We can't just go viral. We got to be doing that.
Yeah.
So is it 11 interactions with your brand each platform?
No, 11
so just in total.
In total. 11 interactions in total, and they need to be able to binge 7 hours of your content. That means you need to create
Before what, they stream a song or
before you can expect conversion, a lot of conversion.
Okay. Meaning like a merch sale, streams, like if an artist wants to be full-time as an artist, they need to see this, see how far away.
This is for probably a business generating sales. So yes, I would say this is a very accurate hypothesis for merch sales. So visual consistency is only the first part. That's all about familiarity and becoming recognizable and memorable as an artist. But emotional consistency allows the viewer to feel the emotion of the song through the visuals. Looping it back to the start of the presentation, I said you've got to extend the song through the visuals. That's world building. And that connection is what's going to inspire the viewer to jump platforms.
But how do you get someone to go from social media, from this video, all the way to streaming?
And this is how you adapt or die in 2026 as a music artist. Performance reels are dead because there's no emotion. Emotion is probably the single most important element you can add to your strategy. Okay, but when you've finished building a world around the song, you've done 15 to 30 pieces of content. The song is rinsed in the content for the artist. What is next? And as I said, we're not just building worlds, we're building a universe. You want to extend the universe. And the way that we do that is we keep the winning format. So for Eric Bellinger, the transition format is cooking, safe to say. But you change the world, you change the vehicle, you change the vibe. For example, for Sun Kisses, Citizen has the foresty nature world. For Vertigo, he has the snowy, wintry world. And for Time, the blue car, palm trees, Miami, GTA world. Now, I'm gonna ask you a question, Junior. Now, Junior, okay, Sun Kisses, it's kind of a romantic song. He's singing about a girl. Vertigo is absolutely a love song. And Time is this cool, racing, driving, late night driving song. So Junior, my question for you, if an artist has completely different songs with completely different vibes, is that a problem?
Absolutely not. If anything, the more unpredictable your account is, but the more that you have a consistent thread through all the content, mate, you're gonna have a great place on social media because everyone's looking for something new. So if you make loads of different music, it's actually kind of a superpower. As long as there's a consistent thread in the content there.
And that is the universe, and Citizen will go on to build another world on top of this and another world again. And that's kind of the way that we need to think about for our own clients. So that is the end of the team mastermind.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Boy, is that the end of the project? No, okay.
Bueno.